Some youths in Nsawam have requested the Municipal Assembly to account for an over 8 billion cedi World Bank grant meant for some rehabilitation works at the Nsawam lorry station. The group accused the Assembly of lack of due diligence due the tendering process for the execution of the project. The story was filed by my colleague Nana Kweku Adria, first aired in mid-September 2016. And I have, let's now engage MP for Nsawam Adwejiri, Frank Ano Adompre, who joins me live here in the studio. Good afternoon, sir, and thanks for joining us here. So you have petitions tried to look into the contract. What exactly are you seeking to achieve? Well,
first of all, let me say that for a while now we've been trying to get funding to put the station in a befitting shape. Okay, it's been very difficult. We are lucky. The World Bank has come in to support us with some grants. It's not a loan, this is a grant.
Okay.
Now, you know, as a member of parliament, I'm an ex-official member of the Assembly.
Exactly.
And so I wrote officially a couple of letters to have authority over the contract document in terms of the contract sum which is involved, the person who benefited from the contract, the processes that were involved. Let me say that it's been difficult. The Assembly has not been forthcoming with information. So what I did, in order not to be found to be in a banter with the Assembly, I officially petitioned the CHRAJ because painstaking investigation that I've conducted chance upon documentations to the effect that the original contract document has been compromised. There's supposed to be a 6-unit shed, 8-seater WC, and other accessories attached to the station. All these have been taken out, and yet the contract sum still remains close to 11 billion old cedis. And for me, that is not clear enough. And then again, according to the original contract document, the Assembly was supposed, or the contractor was supposed to provide a certain alternative station which will be used in the meantime whilst renovation work is ongoing. Now this was not done, and it's creating heavy traffic in the township, and it's creating a lot of negative toll on economic activity. The drivers have complained officially, the youth have also complained officially, and what I'm basically seeking is that we want CHRAJ to investigate and get to the bottom of the matter, and let's know indeed if you're having value for money, and then the real content of the contract is executed. It's just as it states.
Exactly. So with a real contract and what you have now, have you gotten back to the Assembly, and what are they telling you?
No, I didn't want to deal with them on a friendly and unofficial basis, so I wrote officially.
You have a right to have those information, don't you?
Yes, I do have a right.
And so why don't you have it?
No, because I wrote it, they did not reply, they did not give me those information.
Why would they deny you access to such a document?
And maybe the Assembly is best to explain. That is why, as I indicated, I didn't want to engage the Assembly in a banter. And so I engaged a body that is constitutionally mandated to investigate such matters. And they have the powers, legal powers, to be able to subpoena them to produce documents that are relevant to the contract document. So it's as it is. And I think that I've had a very good assurance from the CHRAJ leadership, and I'm ready to provide any more documentations that they need for us to get to the bottom of it. Let me make it very clear. I'm not worried about the contract being given to the NDC chairman for the constituency. But
so that is where the issue is coming from?
That is not where it's coming from, unfortunately. It is coming from the fact that we are getting a compromise execution of a contract. And I don't have a problem if he qualifies and he has the capacity to do it. Why not? He is a Ghanaian. But for them to compromise, and the funding is coming from the World Bank, it's a multilateral organization, it's important we acquit ourselves with credibility for future generations, and for the World Bank to respect Ghana as a very, a country that respects due process and respect law. Well,
so if you look at the project as it is ongoing now, would you say that exactly what it is meant for, or how it is supposed to run, that is how it's going?
Let me be fair to them. The project is not completed, so it's difficult to conclude, but I'm basing my actions on the documentation I have chanced, and then the final contract that was signed by the contractor. The content of that contract is what is motivating me to take this action.
And so what do you hope to achieve with the petition?
The truth to be told, and then we should get value for money. Simple.
All right. Thanks so much for talking to us. We are so grateful to you. I have been speaking with Ano Dompre, and he is the MP for Nsawam Adwejiri. This is Midday Live.